Hello, this is Whatcast. I'm Matt. So today I'm going to jump back to the final debate. I know it's a few weeks ago now, a couple of weeks ago, but I keep getting people sending me different timestamps. I'm still trying to get through it. I still haven't watched it because I like to keep all this fresh to do it on here. Otherwise, I'm not going to sit and watch things once and then watch them again and then watch them again and pretend I'm reacting to them. That's just not legit. I don't want to do things like that. I don't think I could do things like that. So I'm going to watch this now. I was tempted the other day to continue watching on my own, the rest of it, thinking I'm not going to cover it no more. But I've had a couple of people ask me to react to certain other things. And this is the main one. Some guy called Bronek. And then the guy after him. I've sped it up a bit. I'm going to see how that works. All right. So let's see what this guy's got to say on this, the final debate. The final debate.
Am I pronouncing that right?
Yes.
B-R-O-N-E-K, Bronek?
Yeah, that's right. That's me.
Great. Do you want to introduce yourself and let people know where to find you?
Yes, my name is Bronek, and I have a YouTube channel, Lamp in the Wilderness. You can find me there.
Awesome. Thanks for coming.
No worries.
Okay. I have a question for you here from my list. And let's see here. I am going to...
I don't know about this. Oh, this Bronek is. I think I might have it on a little bit faster. Oh, this Bronek is here, but he looks a little bit angry.
Show you. By the way, where are you from?
Oh, I'm from Australia.
Oh, awesome. I was hoping you would say that. Okay. Give me 1 second.
Look, I'm not here to.
Well, hold on.
I'm not here to debate your two false models.
Yeah, I didn't come to the final debate to debate. I've come here to talk some bollocks.
If you're not gonna take this question I have for you, then I'm gonna have to end it right now.
Well, I'm here to say you have shadow banned me.
Are you going to answer my question from my list or not?
What's your question?
Okay, great, thank you. All right, here it is.
Why is he sitting like this? This is the weirdest thing. From what the ones I've watched on here, he's got this format that he wants them to answer a question, then present their evidence, then whatever the third thing is. I can't remember. This guy must have sat and watched this. Like I was on the final live stream that Will did or something, and I'm sitting in the waiting room waiting for my turn to come up. And I was just watching what everyone else was saying, just sitting there in the lobby watching everybody. So this guy would be well aware. So why sit there waiting? And then when you come up, it's like, I'm not playing that game. No, I'm not doing that. Fuck off.
I mean, you don't let anyone answer your questions anyway. I'll watch you debate, try to...
You're a perfect debate. You're a perfect person for this question. Since you live in Australia...
I love how Will just ignores their drivel and carries on with his question anyway. It's hilarious. They really pisses them off.
Since you live in Australia, which one of these is the actual shape of Australia in reality?
The bottom one.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. So I appreciate your answer. You actually got it right. The AE map.
I live here, mate.
Okay.
But I'm not down under. All right, mate.
Well,
yeah, I'm not down under. I'm just a bit left on the dish.
I don't have to justify every detail of the SBVR model.
I've learned when they say I don't have to justify, that means I cannot argue this point whatsoever. So I don't have to anyway. I can't argue that, but I'm not going to say that because I know that I'll make a prick of myself. So I'm just going to pretend that it's down to my free will of not having to go along with this.
But you call this is a rigged debate. You've removed the SBVR model from the stage since the beginning. You shadow ban me. None of my comments show up in your videos. You just laugh all you want with it.
I did not shadow.
History won't laugh with you. It'll remember you censored the third option.
Okay, so I didn't censor the third.
I hate that. People say that to me, like, you've deleted my comments on your videos. No, I haven't. No, I haven't. I'm pretty sure that Will wouldn't bother going through. It helps to have. I wouldn't delete comments unless they're spam. I wouldn't delete anything because it helps the algorithm. It helps push the video out. The more people comment, the better.
This isn't the
Keep commenting.
final debate, Will. It's the final cover-up, and the audience
Even dickhead Dimac.
can see it.
Okay, so Bronek, I'm going to give you the greatest thing ever right now, okay? 1 second.
You couldn't give me anything great, mate.
Okay,
Yeah, you can't give me anything anyway. I don't care what you got to give me. It won't be the greatest thing ever because it's from you, and I don't like you, so therefore it's going to be crap.
All right, so number one, I definitely didn't shadow ban you. People don't understand how to do comments on YouTube. You have to change it from top comments to newest. YouTube removes them. So who cares? Who cares?
Yeah, he's right. It doesn't remove them, but you put on newest, they all show up. And on the top comments is the ones that probably most people look at and they don't bother clicking on newest. That's exactly how it works.
That's neither here nor there.
I've gone to a incognito tab and changed it to the newest, and it's still not there. So
okay.
we can covering up the truth, and you're gonna pay for it.
All right, to prove
you're covering up the truth. You're scared of my truth. That's why you've brought me onto the final debate on a live stream when I can actually say whatever I want, and you're not going to do anything about it because you're censoring me.
I'm not covering up the truth. You get the floor. Tell us about the SBVR model. Fire away.
I'm not here to justify every detail. Jason just tried to tell you, and you.
So typical. You're scared of the truth. All right, here you go. Here's a platform. No, I'm not telling you anyway. I don't care.
You stop him from speaking.
Okay. So would it make you happy if I brought on Ronnie next and let him present the model?
Yeah. You should give everyone a chance to defend.
Well, he's giving you a chance, and you're not fucking taking it.
What they believe in, considering you're holding like you're just blocking people. You're debating two fake models. You're leaving the third option out on purpose.
Present the third option now, then, like he's just said.
Okay, I promise you I'm not, but I will, again, let the record show, I'm not trying to block your model. I allowed you to present it. You're not going to present it, but that's fine.
And so how come, like, so you're a pastor, right?
Yes, sir.
But you allow your minions to call me names in the chat. I've been in churches before. Pastors don't allow people to call other people names, disgusting names. How do you justify yourself calling yourself a pastor when you allow people to do that?
Okay, so I don't have minions, and I'm not aware of it.
Is that what he just said? That's what I heard. They're calling me names in the comments.
What you're referring to? Just so you know, there's been 6,311 comments so far on this live stream. I've read 0 of them. I have to focus on what I'm...
That's right. Whenever I do live streams, if there's a lot of comments, I don't really look at them. Especially if you're trying to present something or talk to someone. I don't really look. Like, occasionally I glance over. And I ain't even got any mods.
I'm doing here, which is talking to you and other flat earthers, so I don't read these things. I apologize.
So you have answered my questions, though, in some of your videos. But they don't, as I said, they don't show up. Like, they only show up for me. Like, not for anyone else. Like, so you do hide comments. You shadow ban me.
For the record, I have blocked 3 people from the channel in the year and a half I've done TFE. I'm almost positive you're not one of them. And it was the only reason I did it for these 3 is they kept spamming the comments with the exact same comment over and over again. I warned them and they continued. So I apologize. You're not seeing your comments. YouTube, everybody's aware of this. Gets rid of comments until you change it to newest and scroll through all of them, which can be a lot. But if you don't want to present the SBVR model, I'm happy to have Ronnie do it.
Jason just presented it, and you wouldn't let him.
Ronnie's in the back room right now. His camera is on, and so I'm willing to let him on right now and present it if you'd like.
Are you going to allow him to present it?
He's just said that twice!
You're going to keep, like you did to Jason, and just cut him off?
No, I will allow him to present it.
Well, go ahead then.
Okay, thanks, Bronak. Thank you for coming. Appreciate it.
No worries.
Bye-bye. Okay, cool. All right. So again, that's exciting. Bronak, thank you for coming. So just so everybody understands, he did confirm that as an Australian, that the Australia on the globe is the accurate shape of Australia and not the Australia on the AE map. So with that said, I am going to be a man of my word here and bring on Ronnie. Ronnie, how are you?
I'm great. I'm really grateful to be here today. I'm a little disappointed though, Will, I have to say.
Okay.
Oh, God. Whoever Ronnie is coming. Yeah, thanks. I'm so happy. Look at me. I'm upbeat compared to the last prick. But then he starts immediately with the fucking tears. Doesn't he? Just like this.
Why is that?
Well, for the last year, I've been deeply disappointed in you because instead of standing for the truth.
Sorry. That's the last time I'm using the baby sound. Unless, maybe I won't. Maybe I'll use it again.
Truth, right? And creating this excellent experiment where people could have got involved. What you and your friends have done, MC Toon, Dave McKeegan, all of them, Fight the Flat Earth, all of them, without limit, all of them have done is mocked, ridiculed, and pushed people away from actual honest debate. You've created
He's a flat earther. Should be mocked.
A false dichotomy where you only had 2 models of reality. One, the glurf, and the other one, the flurf. Okay, so the easy way to point this out is if you were tough, if you were an actual fighter.
This is one of them really unique flat earthers. There, everyone's an idiot. Globe earthers, idiots. Flat earthers, idiots. Me, smartest person in the world. I wonder if he'll present his model, though.
For the truth, you wouldn't have had to create a single pole pressurized pizza dough model to knock down like you were simply bowling with safety rails in the gutters, right? Reality is much more grand than that. Tonight really isn't about testing models, Will, or examining data. You've created this structured interview system. What this really is your exit interview, right? You've already announced that you're walking away. You're done. This will be the last thing. You're going to have clips of this. They're going to go in your Joe Rogan starred podcast.
So destroy him then.
You're going to walk away. All you've done is mock innocent people, hide the actual truth. And in a sense, Will, you've already lost. You lost the debate before you even started it because, well,
you lost anyway. You went to Antarctica and proved there was a 24-hour sun or a 4-month sun before anyone mentions it, right? But you've lost anyway. Don't matter what you did. Don't matter that you did all. Don't matter that you took everybody's pin-up from Flat Earth a year ago, Whitsitt. Our hero, you would never debate Austin Whitsitt. He's too smart for you guys. He goes, oh, he's a shill. He's never been a real Flat Earther anyway.
Quit and move on. We're never going to stop. We don't retire. The truth doesn't take...
Nobody gives a fuck. I hope you go on forever. It gives me endless content.
Retirement. We stay and we're going to fight forever and ever. So now that I've had...
Good.
My intro, when you actually have a debate, it needs to be structured in an honest way. Nothing that you've done here, Will Duffy, has been honest or structured in any way. And this is a call out
tempted to press the button.
Dave McKeegan, Ryan, Michael Toom, every single one of you are all openly challenged to actual debates. We'll go on any platform with any moderator. You guys can get as many super chats as you want. We do all this for absolute free. So you've set up today this supposed quote unquote your final debate, right, Will? Which it is, thankfully. You can.
Where is your model?
Exit off the stage because all you've done is mock, ridicule, censor, and block. You've blocked YD. You blocked half the people who watch our content because we believe in another version of reality.
I would doubt very seriously that he's blocked anybody. It'd be self-destructive to block people on YouTube. Like, I only block people that are constantly writing the same thing over and over again on all my videos for about 10, 12, 30 comments every video. It just bore me, so I think, oh, I can't bother with that. Doesn't help.
And guess what, Will? It has 2 poles on a flat stationary plane. So today you've come up, let's do your...
No, it doesn't.
Debate. I'm going to come into your ring and your rules. Tell me the rules. Let's do it.
Thanks, Ronnie. I appreciate it.
Well, thanks for that older bluster to impress your 3 friends. But you could have just said, I'm going to show you my model now. And that would have been it.
By the way, for the record, I'm against the mocking and I'm against the ridicule. And I have...
I'm not.
Said, huh?
Everyone's witness. You're lying.
Oh, okay.
You've been a jackass.
Will has been nothing but respectful to Flat Earthers the whole way through, right? To a fault. And look how they treat him anyway. That's why you shouldn't bother being nice to them. They don't care. It doesn't matter. If you prove them wrong, they fucking hate you. It's as simple as that.
He's treated everyone like absolute crap the entire time. So
bullshit. No way has he done that.
Don't try to pretend that you haven't. Everybody in the whole world, all of creation is watching.
Yeah, and I'm watching as well, and I've just said that you're fucking wrong.
Okay,
so I asked you for the rules. Let's have the debate your way. You want to ground and pound, you want to stand and spar. You've created 3 systems of a debate, right? I didn't know about it until today. Is that true?
Yes, okay.
You just came out with the rules today.
Just present your fucking model!
So
that's correct.
Tell me the rules. Let's do it. I'm ready.
Okay, awesome. I'm going to ask you a question from my list here.
Sure.
Okay, cool. If you were in the southern hemisphere, how would you figure out the cardinal directions north and south?
How easy of a question. So obviously I would cite my location by using the Sigma Octans region of the sky at 180 degrees south. Next question. On a flat stationary plane.
Okay. I need to see that, by the way.
Yeah.
I told you. Let's continue. What's your next question?
Well,
I can't show you that because it's bollocks.
Well, no. Okay, that's fine. I want to see what
Give me all of your questions.
No, this is great. You just described the globe. If there's a flat
Earth...
Earth...
believe that there can be... Hold on. I did not in any way, and now you're using the word... I'm not allowed to say that word you said, right? Or is that in your next section? So first off, just because you believe there's 2 poles in the sky, that doesn't intrinsically tie it to a, you-know-what, space ball. Sorry.
Well, you've just said there's 2 poles in the sky.
It doesn't. There's projection systems that use 2 poles. You can have 3 poles in the sky. You can have 4. Why would you limit to a straw man fallacy?
Who's seen the 3rd and 4th then? Where's the videos of these? Where are they above? Which countries?
Like you have. False dichotomy, Will. You're exposed again in front of all of creation.
I'm not, Ronnie. You just said... You
created a false dichotomy and you used a single pole pressurized...
A false economy?
Pizza dough model, which, if you've checked, I've timestamped a live interview with Jaron Campanella, who you used in your final experiment, which is actually an observation. They aren't scientifically in any form, shape, or way, which we're going to get to. I showed him that the sun rose south of east and set south of west in the southern part of the so-called Earth, right? In Punta Arenas.
So-called Earth? Yeah, I don't even believe the name's Earth. What do you call it, Flurf?
You would say it, right? I showed him and I said, Jaron, for the next 8 years, are you going to continue to lie to people and push a false model of reality? And what did he do, Will? He did. And you chose him to be your validator of truth?
I did
when
not.
I told him and the whole world and all of creation.
He was voted for.
That there was a sun that rose south. What does it mean, Will, if the sun rises south of east and sets south of west?
Hey, Ronnie, I didn't choose Jaron. Flat Earthers did.
Okay, yeah, sure. Tell another lie. Let me ask you a question, Will.
Another lie. There was literally a poll that anybody could have voted in. Why does this bloke just think that because he says something's a lie, it must be a lie?
My turn, right? You asked me a question. Now I'm going to ask you a question.
Sure.
Do you believe that Earth is on a tilted axis?
I do.
So then how can you explain a due east and due west sunrise, sunset 2 times of the year?
That's the equinox, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so
It's not the solstices.
Okay, yeah, so that's pretty easy to explain. It's the midway point when each pole is tilted directly toward the sun. It's halfway in between that.
Halfway in between that, huh? So you're telling me that at that point both poles are equally tilted? That there's not one? So which causes winter and which causes fall? So what you're not showing your audience, right, is an actual graphic of it. Why don't you pull it up?
Where's your graphic that you had your whiny mate come on a minute ago telling that no, you're censoring, you're stopping people from showing this model, and now you're asking other people to bring things up. I might stand corrected here, but I bet he doesn't show anything.
I don't have a graphic of it handy.
No, that's too bad. Yeah, if you're on an Earth tilted at 23.5 degrees to its axis, you can never have a due east, due west sunrise set. The Earth doesn't go like this. It doesn't tilt throughout its orbit. It simply goes around in its supposed orbit around the sun, which isn't proven. We can actually measure the sun moving. The Earth doesn't change its tilt wheel. It doesn't wobble. Is that what you're claiming?
No, I can visualize it, but if you can't, that's okay.
No, I can visualize how a due east, due west, sunrise, sunset twice a year destroys your Glurfer idea of reality. Let's move on to number 2 because you've already failed to limit or...
he will not present how that could work on anything that he thinks.
Meet the actual required answers for reality. So what's the second part? You want me to tell you why Earth is flat?
That's right.
Yeah.
This is
okay, let's go through it because I know you have.
This is your time to shine. Make your case that the Earth is flat. Just don't mention the globe.
Sure. Well, right off the top of the bat, we can use level flights from the NTSB data, right? Planes fly level. They don't nose down following quote unquote.
Is that your evidence? Oh my God. They don't nose down. They don't ever land flying nose down either. Why do they keep using this fucking phrase of nose down? When have you ever seen a plane nosing down to do anything other than crash?
Quote curvature. What's your answer for that?
The globe model says that planes fly level, and it never says that they should nose down.
Wait, Curvel, you're saying level.
Just Google the answer for that. Flight dynamics. Google the answer for that. You'll get a full explanation and then say, Google's wrong because it's part of the system. So why ask the fucking question if you don't want the answer?
Level means Curvel, right?
No. So, Ronnie, are there two different words in English, one called flat and one called level? Are there two different words?
Is level curving or is it parallel to a flat horizon?
Level. The reason we have the words flat and level in the English language is because they're different. Level does not mean flat. So level can refer.
Ridiculous, Will.
No, it's in the dictionary.
It's literally in the dictionary. I was about to say.
You can't blame me for that. It's in the dictionary.
You should have said through pendulous veins or Mercury erectors, right? Which actually only keep at a local level an actual gyroscope erected correctly. So for you to prove that Earth and a plane is flying around the curvature, what you need to do is take a non-assisted gyroscope. Are you listening to me, Will?
Hey, Ronnie, this is important. Ronnie, you mentioned the globe. This section is over. You mentioned the globe.
You still don't want more?
No, I
want how water finds its level, parallel horizons, the celestial poles, and sunlight and shadows all prove that Earth is a fixed and stationary plane. We're not even talking about the Bible yet.
I can't believe you did this. Okay, you're the third person. I'm going to give you a chance right now.
Okay, we go on to the third part.
Okay,
fine.
You don't want to talk about the SBVR?
No, we're going to get to that. Now, are we not going on to your experiments?
Oh my word. He definitely doesn't want to present this thing.
I'd like to go through 1 through 12. If you just let me quickly read a quick paragraph, won't take long.
I'm sorry, you can't do that.
This is your typical flat earther. Let me attack the globe, and hopefully some people watching won't understand anything and they'll just believe me because I'm talking a lot. And when I'm asked to present anything instead, I'll just pretend I'll get there soon.
The core fallacies in Will Duffy's 12 proofs, which aren't proofs, they're observations, right? Am I allowed to speak? Am I still presenting?
I'm changing the screen right now.
Okay. So you did 12 observations. They didn't meet the actual rigor or actual needed functions of what an actual experiments are. You didn't have any independent variables. You didn't meet any of the actual rigor. What you did is you created 10 fallacies that all matched meridians that get...
I got to say, like, in fairness, that thing of you mentioned the globe, that's over. That is a bit shit.
To a southern pole point, which is easily explained in a virtual reality with a SBVR model. Perfectly explained. So number one, you had the SBVR predicted it. We showed that the sun would actually rise, and it would actually, at a certain point inside reality, you have to have two poles in a flat plane inside of a...
Ronnie.
Can I just finish one point?
I'm sorry. I need to tell you which one of these we're going to discuss, okay?
I want to do all 12 really quick.
That's okay. So, I'm not willing to... Hey, Ronnie.
What? It's going to be quick. It's one paragraph.
This is not what he said. Stop trying to take over and just present the thing you want to present. You won't because you know it'll be instantly debunked and you'll look like a prick.
Other people ramble on and on. Just let me. So I have a question for you about...
To be fair, he hasn't let anybody ramble on and on. Other than that weird bloke that was Spanish or something. That was that on this or the final conversation? I can't even remember. But he was a bit of a twat.
You're being disrespectful here. I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best to give everybody a chance. There's other people waiting right now. They've been waiting for a long time. So I want to talk to you about Critical Thinks experiment, which is number 10, the weight variation.
Absolutely. I can do that one. No problem. But I definitely won't show you what I think is happening instead.
How ridiculous.
You're interrupting.
So I can get for more.
Ronnie, you're interrupting.
I can explain. Go ahead.
Yeah. On the globe model, things weigh less at the equator and they weigh more as you go to the two poles. And that's due to the rotation of the spherical Earth. Critical Think made a prediction because no one had ever done this experiment in history at Union Glacier Camp. He looked, he utilized the coordinates, latitude and longitude of Union Glacier, and made a prediction based on the size and the rotation speed of the Earth. And his prediction was spot
fake laugh for no reason whatsoever.
on. So how did he predict that if we don't live on a rotating globe?
Will, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Would something weigh the same amount, whether it be at sea level or whether it's 10,000 feet into the air?
I don't understand your question.
So the fallacy that happened with your quote-unquote observation, which doesn't have controllable independent variables, is weight misinterpretation, right? Will, you and Critical Think ignored altitude and air pressure like dumbasses. Weight variation is differences are due to altitude and air pressure. You didn't have any controls, and it's a completely invalid claim. Can we go through a few more? Let me do the 24-hour moon.
Ronnie, no.
Well, I have every single one, and if you just kick me off and you don't allow me to speak, everybody
or you can just do the thing that everyone was pretending he wouldn't let you do.
Can find. We are going to go through for the next 6 months to a year. We are going to go through every single one of your observations.
Okay. Ronnie,
can I ask you one final question? Will, why did you not go to the complete 90th degree South Pole? Did you not have enough money to fly there to the station?
Why does that matter? If they went to observe whether the sun sets or not, and they was at a point where the sun wouldn't set, why did they need to go further south?
Because what would have happened is you would have measured a sun circling perfectly level to the horizon of Earth. Did you know that if an Earth is tilted at 23.5 degrees, that path would also have to be tilted? And is that why you didn't go to the north or the direct actual 90 degrees?
Imagine being this annoyed about this. You're hiding the truth. Everyone knows we don't live on a ball. We live on a flat plane. I'm so annoyed about it.
South Pole.
Hey, Ronnie, I'm going to answer your question, but people can tell you're being disrespectful here.
Being a cunt.
You've disrespected me and my entire group of friends for
nobody cares though, because you're pricks. Get to the point.
Over a year now, and you don't like it? Oh,
he hasn't disrespected. I don't know what they're talking about. I've never seen. The most animated I've ever seen Will get is with Twatzoid, when Twatzoid wouldn't tell him where the South Pole was. That's like the nastiest I think I've ever seen Will be, and he wasn't nasty. He wasn't nasty at all on that. I don't know what the fuck this bloke's talking about. What does he want? Everybody to just stand there with their mouths agape at his superior knowledge?
That's too bad, little crybaby.
Okay.
The whole world is watching you. So can you answer my question before you boot me off of your non-debate where you created a stupid trap for everybody? Tell me what would happen. Why didn't you go to the South Pole? Why did you not go to the South Pole?
Cost.
Oh, now you're broke.
I didn't say
broke.
I didn't say I was broke. People have no idea how expensive it is to go to the South Pole. And we would not have had 9 people.
And there was no point. There was no point. What they wanted to look at was the sun. It was perfectly fine from where they were.
Participate in TFE. It would have been 1, maybe 2. People had to raise money that wanted to go on their own. But I will tell you, Ronnie, that Critical Think did include altitude. And
that's the reason why things weigh differently depending on their altitude. Okay. It has nothing to do with a spinning sphere. What a crock of absolute garbage. Listen, Will, I do appreciate you letting me come on, right? And I am very disappointed in you that you're walking away and retiring, because I wanted to have an actual debate where I
You obviously are not going to show your model, are you?
Brought forth the actual SBVR model. Until you actually admit that you created a false dichotomy with a single pole pressurized pizza dome, I wasn't going to be able to do that anyways. But moving forward, MC Toon, Wolfie6020, Dave McKeegan, Fight the Fat Earth, all of you, each and every one of you are publicly in front of all of creation called out. We are coming for you. I hope you've enjoyed the last year of your ridiculing and mocking innocent people for the truth. Thank you for having me on, Will, and be prepared to have every one of your observations absolutely destroyed. Thank you and goodbye.
Bye-bye. Okay.
Coward! Didn't show it. Yeah, I would have done it otherwise. But if you weren't walking away, I definitely would have destroyed you with this model. But even though you're telling me to present it, and the others are telling you that you are too scared to watch people present it, I'm still not going to present it, and then I'm going to quickly click out of here. What a knob. Honestly, who does he think that's going to convince? Oh, I've got this model that totally works with 2 poles in the sky, but it's on a flat plane. Show it. No, because I don't like the way that you've behaved, naughty boy, over the last year. So I'm definitely not going to show it, even though that prick that was on before that didn't want to talk about anything was claiming that it was Will that wasn't letting people present it. Even though it was pretended that it was censored, because the truth is being censored, he then gives a platform and says, present it. No. I don't have to do what you tell me to do. The state of flat Earth at the moment. Please subscribe. I'm only 98,000 away from hitting 100,000 to get my plaque on the wall here. That's what I want, right? For the grift and the suppressing of the truthers that I'm doing, because they're obviously the real truth seekers in the world and won't present any of their evidence whenever they're asked to. See you later.